So we were talking about placebo for the last many sessions. Today is the final session on this topic. And placebo is one thing that anyone can use it for anything, no restriction. It is such a simple tool, yet so powerful that doesn't matter whether you want any change in your physical level, mental, emotional, you want to get anything in life, kind of thing. It helps you in getting anything or becoming anyone you like. So by definition, when we see placebo, it is positive. It is something what you like, anything that you wish. And this has no therapeutic value, but anything can be a placebo. It could be a simple thing as, piece of your cloth you like, a pen, your phone, your anything, even a piece of stone or anything. You can have that as a placebo if you have the feeling that, yes, whenever I have this or I'm using this, I always get good results. So when you have that feeling, that emotion, it really brings positivity. But at the same time, the opposite thing happens. And that is that whenever you have a negative emotion attached to anything, same thing if you have a negative emotion that, okay, whenever I'm using or I'm having this, something wrong happens, then doesn't matter how good you are in that particular topic, or, uh, you're going for a meeting or exam, you are prepared. However, if you have negative attachment, whether to the dress you're wearing, or you can say, oh, whenever I use this pen, I'm always getting bad marks, you may get low marks or low performance. And it's all because of that negative feeling that you have attached to that particular thing. And that's nocebo. So you have to be aware of both, because nocebo is hurting you. It's not allowing you to perform at your optimum level. Now, a big part of your output, performance, health is whether you are optimistic or pessimist. And it has been researched on a large group of people that if a person is optimist, how it impacts the result versus if you are pessimist. That means more than whether you smoke, whether you have high blood pressure, sugar level, all those factors are important, but more important is whether you are optimistic or pessimist. That means most of the thoughts you have in a day, are they positive or negative? And that is why it is so important to be mindful of your thoughts and work on it. There are three key factors when we talk of placebo: conditioning, expectation, and assigning meaning. So when you condition, your mind, your body over and over by a repeated thing, then it gets, your neurons build a circuit, and then your brain has this in your mind that, okay, by doing this, this thing will happen. If you have high expectation, if you are paying somehow a high price for a medicine, all of a sudden your expectation is high that if it is though so costly, that means it should be really a wonderful drug. And if we can assign the meaning, a clear message that, okay, this means this, then it will enhance you can say, the impact, the result of it. So these are the three factors you can use for anything that you have. But next challenge comes how to switch side, means how to move from your current state to future state. It is not easy because, first of all, the body will try to, resist, because body is trying to tell you stay in the state you are. Why? Because body is addicted. Addicted of what? Chemicals, hormones, and all that thing, which we have been producing based on our thoughts, our habits. So the body says, no, 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 you always get up at 7, don't change it to 5 o'clock in the morning. So you have to be stronger than the body. You have to be stronger than the environment. Doesn't matter how much negativity is around you, people, otherwise. You have to be stronger than that, which is again just a matter of thought process and the time. If somebody says something, do something to you, and you are still stuck with that for years, decades, then you are hurting yourself. So one should be, cognition, or one should be what we say, being aware of all this. So you have to keep that thing in mind. So this is the first step. Wisdom, know about it, and then, you are going to the next step, which is change. But if you do not know, we cannot change. So this is the first step. Once you know and you say, okay, I start working on it, I understand the topic, and then I move towards it. Because once you are clear, then there should be no doubt. There should be no flip-flopping, going back and forth. You can be your own placebo. Absolutely. You can become anyone you like. You can get anything you like. You have to work on your thoughts, intention, whether they are positive or negative, because that takes you to a different level of emotions. And as you can change the emotion, the body will produce different chemicals. And why it is so important? Because up to 7 years, we stay in our subconscious mind where we are learning from others. All your habits, what we say, the circuits in your brain, which different neurons will join together. And when they fire together, they're wiring together. That means your habit. That means if you want to change anything, you have to get to your subconscious level. And that is why it is so important that you accept this process, you believe, you trust, and then surrender. If you keep doubting, you will not be able to go from your analytical mind to subconscious mind. We cannot change your habits in analytical mind because it's in subconscious mind. So analytical mind is only your 5%. The 95% is subconscious. So that's why it's so important to tap, to get into this 95%. So what's happening? Most of the changes, they start with a simple process. Something outside trying to change our inner world. So what would be the next step? Your inner world will be influencing your inner world. Now, once you have come to this level, that yes, you may have a reason, you may have whatever reason that you want to change, you have decided, change has to be inside you. And when you start changing, you have decided that, okay, for example of, say, waking up early, we were talking about, the moment you change that, there will be further changes in your inner world, because now you are working with your thoughts, inner change. That thought changes in your thought will change the way the body functions. Different hormones, like if you are coming out of stress, then the body will not produce cortisol, adrenaline, which is a stress related hormone. It will produce positive dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin. So inner world is now changing your inner world. But the last, third critical step is, once you do this repeatedly, this change in inner world will change the outer world. That means now all of a sudden you have changed your habit. If you were always stressed, now you are laughing, you are smiling, you are enjoying life. So what will happen when you go in any of, whether workplace or with friends, family, the topic will change. You are no longer interested in negativity. So you will talk positivity. Slowly, others will be positive. And you will see how now your outer world is changing. So this is a complete cycle. So critical that your change is now changing the world around you. But first you change yourself. And that is the key, because otherwise what happens most of the time, we are trying to change others. We are trying directly the outer world, which is, of course, not easy, because everybody knows that, okay, you're not working on yourself, you're just trying to change others. Here, our attempt is to change ourselves. other change comes automatic. And now you're becoming your own placebo. Because when you're trying matter to change matter, it's a very slow process. But when you let the energy work, now it is very fast mechanism. Consciousness means you are changing, means you are increasing the energy, going from negativity to positivity. So that is why you're working on yourself. Your identity means your ego. You are going from nobody, you're becoming nobody, no one, no thing, means you're dropping your ego. You're working on detachment. It's not like, okay, my business, my title, my this, my that. You are improving oneness, improving that you see the world as one rather than just me, 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 me. So what happens here is your consciousness level increases. And science experiments have proven by working on this, by working on meditation, how, when we look from, delta to theta ratio, which is the different levels of waves in your mind, that before and after meditation, there is a clear shift. That means you are becoming more and more calmer. You have started working with your mind. You have not mastery, because mastery takes in a different thought process, but if you start working and you can work with your thoughts, that is what we want. So let's look at the final, which is, okay, what is it that will help us in sustaining it, maintaining it, enhancing it? So theory we have understood, what to do, how to do, in a sense of the mechanism. Now let's see the sustainability and what is the tool. Because what's having impact here is your energy level, means your consciousness. You are trying to improve it. And your brain is a big part of it. Because every time you are learning something new, that is going directly in the neocortex. Neocortex, you can see it's a very big part of our conscious brain. Important thing is limbic brain. Much smaller. But you see your emotions, feelings, because emotion comes based on your feeling. This is the place. Because this is making the chemical based on your feeling, means based on your emotions. That means this is where your subconscious part stays. Now you have to go from this neocortex to this limbic brain. Sometimes that's why we say size doesn't matter. You see, it's a smaller one, but this is the key factor in your, healthy and happy living. So you have to drop your ego. You have to become nobody. You have to be kind of, get into that, okay, nothing means it's not me. It's not my work. It's not my car, my house, my family. And you have to get over that level of just a small identity as me, 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 and go towards the big connection with the universe, oneness. That means we all are connected. We are not separate individual. Physically, yes, we are separate, but energetically, we are one. The moment you are switching the thought process, it becomes easier to get into meditation. It becomes easier to work in your subconscious mind. Otherwise, this chattering blocks it. The ego blocks it. You're sitting in meditation, eyes closed, but there is a lot of chattering. Why? You are stuck in this zone because of your ego, because you are so rigid that no, this is me, this is I, that I factor. Limbic brain is the part where your health is regulated, maintained, executed. So you can imagine when we are looking for blissfulness, limbic brain is the key. Yes, your journey starts from neocortex. It's a bigger one. But that's the process. You have to get to the inner core of the brain, which is limbic brain in this case. So the question is, how can we go? How can we cross and get into there? And that's where the meditation comes into play. Where you place your attention is where you channelize your energy. If in meditation you are thinking about your work, that means you are not getting there. You are not able to go from your analytical mind to subconscious mind. When analytical mind is higher, suggestibility is very low, means you cannot change your habits. As you cross analytical mind, suggestibility increases. Why? Now you are in subconscious mind. That's where your habits are. So now you are able to change yourself. So suppose you start meditating and you see some changes in a couple of months. Maybe you become much calmer, your anger level comes down, you can now understand others' perspective, others' point of view. Before it is just, sometimes we say my way or highway. You don't want to listen to others, but that's no good. So now that you can go beyond analytical mind, now your inner world is more beautiful. Inner world is more powerful, more valuable than the outer world. Now you understand why the taking care of inner world is so important. Because that's where you can change, you can get anything in your life. Once you have tasted that, once you have felt on a smaller scale, you have to accept, believe, surrender. Then don't doubt. You can ask any question, find answers. But once you have understood, don't go back and forth, because now you are wasting your effort. Now is the time when you can really achieve anything. So go higher. Don't keep doubting and fall back. Because what's happening here? There are different levels of waves. When in our normal day-to-day level, you will see, if you measure, it will come as beta waves. That's your conscious level. And then as you do meditation, it drops to alpha. That is the first step of getting into subconscious mind. And then you get into theta, then delta. And if you continue, you can get into even gamma waves. So what happens here? That experiment has shown that it is not easy to cross from conscious to subconscious. It means to get into alpha is the first step. So, in late 60s, 70s, there was an experiment done in Princeton University, USA. And the experimenter was, when they were researching with the brain waves, they tried everything, chanting, incense stick, and all those kind of things. And they said, okay, maybe this will take me to meditation. It was not happening. And only one day when the researcher was fed up and said, okay, I gave up. Indirectly, what the researcher did, surrendered. And all of a sudden, when later they saw the recording, the brain waves went from beta to alpha right away. Why? The researcher surrendered. Because till then, your logical mind, it was active. You are researching, you want to see certain things, you have expectation, and you want to see that in the wave recording and all that. So yes, doubts should be cleared. However, once cleared, we should get them out of the way. No more doubts. Just surrender means trust the process. Don't worry, am I in alpha now? Have I gone to theta or not? Don't worry. Your experience, which you can feel during meditation, will indicate, not tell you, but indicate that, okay, you had a good meditation or not. Important thing is, don't worry which state you are in, just surrender. That's the most important thing. So, critical mind is important our day-to-day life, no doubt about it. But when you're getting into slow down the chatter, slow down the brain waves, means meditation, you have to come to the subconscious mind. Then only you can get your awareness beyond the analytical mind. Then only you are coming from focusing on outer world, you are switching to focusing in your inner world. Once you are attached or linked or observing your inner world, now the game starts. Don't worry about my parents, my kids, my neighbors, my this. You want good for them, which is beautiful, wonderful, but it is taking you away from your inner world. It is taking you away from your inner peace. The only thing that matters for your health is your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. Others can pray for you, do whatever, but important is what you are thinking about you. So that's why stop worrying whole day about others. Improve your energy and let your positive energy go and benefit others. So what's happening when you surrendering, when you are really trusting the process? You are going towards oneness. What is oneness? Now no more I means you are becoming less and less selfish. That means you are becoming selfless. You are dropping your ego. So no more I am so and so, my title, my business or type job or whatever. You are becoming just anyone, not from someone. Oh, you are dropping that. You are becoming nobody, no one, no time. Your detachment level is going down. You're not just worried about, oh, my wealth, my title, or my whatever achievement you have with the music, sports, professionally, doesn't matter. Feeling that no place, no time, enjoying the inner peace, enjoying who you are once you have felt and understood. This is the key output of meditation. And you don't worry about it during meditation because otherwise it will bring you out of the meditation. But such thing can indicate if you're on the right path or not later on after meditation, if you want to just have a feel of it, but not during the meditation. So don't sit and say, I have to become, selfless. I have to become this. No, don't have any expectation. Just work on your inner thoughts. Try to slow down, slow down, slow down. What result you will get? You will come out of survival mode and you will get into creation mode, means your healing mode. The body will heal. Body knows how to heal, but we don't allow the body to be in that state. From going away from people because the ego, you are now connecting to the people. And doesn't matter physically, you may be in two different cities, countries. Energetically is what is most important. Within your body, the left side, the right side, different systems, there's always some imbalance. Now you're reducing that imbalance and bringing your body to a very good optimized level. What we say, in a good harmony. As you improve the harmonization between these different systems and parts of the body, huge impact on your health can be felt. Because now whole day you are not in emergency mode, fight or flight system. Now you are in the repair mode. Wherever the energy blockage is, the body is doing it. Instead of stuck in the low level, negative emotions like, greed, fear, anger, you are going to the elevated emotions, oneness, joy, love, gratitude. All those feelings which are much higher level positive emotions will come. It will be easier for you to forgive others. You will be in the gratitude mode most of the time. This is what meditation is. Meditation is not just whatever time we say, so many minutes I'll be sitting with the eyes closed. That's fine. After that, what you do, remaining time in the day. So you start with that time when you are meditating and you can say this is meditation, but slowly you have to graduate. You have to move towards that remaining time. Also, I have to be mindful of my thoughts, mindful of my emotions, mindful of my actions. Now, we all face challenges for meditation. And challenges come from external world, because remember the first step, your external world is influencing your inner world. So challenges do come from external world. It's easy to say, but difficult to become nobody, nothing, no place, no time. It's not easy. You have to continue working on yourself. Don't try to suppress your emotions or thoughts. Don't say, I am the boss, you cannot. No, that's the functioning of brain. It will. All you do is work on your ego. You may be a millionaire, but don't have that thing in your forefront. You may be very successful businessman, very successful sports person, musician. Have a feeling of gratitude rather than ego. If you are feeling of oneness, means if somebody is asking or requiring some help, are you ready to do that? Are you having that oneness feeling, or just say, I'm fine, why should I? That means you are working with your identity. The more and more we continue working on this, the better and better the meditation becomes. Otherwise, the more you press yourself, oh my God, no, today I will sit for so much time and no thought should come. And you see the body, the mind is forcing you back. So the right way is don't have those expectations. Just continue working on your attachments, on your ego, dilute them slowly and slowly. Your meditation will automatically improve. But what happens, we jump directly on meditation and try to change the ego or other things. That's the reverse order actually. So work on the ego, work on your thoughts, meditation will automatically improve. So masters, this is about placebo, what it is, how, and which way we can do it.